Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is djanonzt. We're back with WWE Champions and a life update maybe, and a little bit of what's happening in game. And I just wanted to hop on and talk for a few minutes. So it's been some days since I uploaded. I know I put out like a roster review yesterday, but I recorded that last week. Things have been a little slow. You haven't heard nothing from me. I haven't been streaming. And I just kind of wanted to hop on and let everybody know, like, what's going on. So I had my birthday. That's the last thing that I was really posting about or whatever. And after that, we went out of town for the weekend. For my birthday, we went to Expo Chicago. I met some cool people. I met somebody from my faction there. That was pretty awesome. What up, Damaged Eddie? We met John Cena, so that was actually incredible to meet John Cena for the first time, and maybe the only time I'll ever get to meet him in my life. And then T-Unit had surgery on her other knee. Now, if you remember last year, she had her knee replaced, and it kept her from coming on stream for a long time, and then it got better, and she was able to come back, but then her other knee went out. And that's why she hasn't been able to really come downstairs for a while. Our stairs are kind of relentless. They're big, wide, like long stairs. They're not super steep, but like they're big, and so the steps off of them are kind of like big, right? And so it puts a lot of pressure on each knee on every step you go down my stairs. People have like little short stairs. You can take little short steps and go slow and go up and down them pretty easily. Mine, you have to take like long strides to get to the next step. So it's not easy on a bad knee. And now she's had her other knee replaced, and we're going to be in recovery for quite some time. And so I'm spread very thin. I still have to work. I can't just take off of work to take care of her because we need income, right? And she can't work for months right now. So things are going to be really tight around here. And so school just started back up with my kid, so I'm on triple duty right now between getting the kid ready for school and doing that stuff, getting her from school, getting her ready for dance, cooking all the meals, doing all the cleaning. I got to do literally everything there is to do in my house for the next foreseeable future. And like, you know, the last 2 times this week, like Monday night, I usually stream at 9 o'clock my time central. I didn't get done with everything I needed to do till about 10 p.m. And the second I got off my feet, instantly asleep. There was no chance. Like, I would be so unentertaining to stream in that state of mind that I just didn't. So last night again, Wednesday night, I would normally stream at 9 o'clock, and I just wasn't done with what I needed to do until about 9:30 last night. And again, I was just wiped. And because I've been so away this week, it's like I don't even know what to come on and stream and what to do. So let's talk about that. Why don't I know what to do? I always had a plan, right? I always had content lined up. So what was the content that I had lined up for this time frame? Well, weeks ago, with all the communications we got, it seemed like hype was going to be a little different thing than it is. And so in my mind, I had just stopped planning gameplays and plate setups and things and thought, I'm going to go full in on hype. When hype drops, I'm going to be the hype guy. Hype is my thing. That's what people have always known me as, the hype man, Friday night hype, all of the above, right? If you've ever heard anybody say the term Friday night hype, that came from me. I started Friday night hype. If you see anybody stream that says that, I was the first one doing that on Twitch, all right? And I see it across other genres now. It has crossed into a lot of things, but I'm telling you, I'm the man who invented Friday night hype. And so I thought hype was going to be a different thing. It said customize your superstars like never before, right? And so I thought this is going to unlock new content on every superstar in the game. And it didn't at all. There's nothing new. I can make one video about hype, and I can explain to you how important it is for you to get the first turn, and about how you get the first turn in Showdown or whatever. But beyond that, there's nothing customizable. There's nothing, like, there's nothing different. And so, is it different? Okay, so let's say I take my old powerhouse Bam Bam, because that was my big thing, right? I was going to hype him up. And I bring old powerhouse Bam Bam to hype level 3 or 4, and I pick on somebody who's not got hype or a level 1, then maybe he'll look strong, because he'll have some kind of boost that they won't have, and maybe I use a class advantage to get an even bigger boost. I mean, is that worth making a video on? And then for everybody to do a video like that, that's just picking on people. It's the same thing as if you take a 6-star gold and go attack a 5-star gold or a 6-star bronze. They're going to look really strong, right? So there's just all the content that I thought was going to be my August, it just got wiped off the board. There's nothing. There's nothing for that. So right now I'm kind of back at the drawing board, I guess, getting ready to gear up for a big September. And so let me know what you want me to do. I mean, I guess, and I don't even know, I don't know how to do that either, right? Because I could put out a video and I could ask you guys what you want to see for content. And you could leave a bunch of comments, and you know what's going to happen? Other creators are going to read my comments, and then they're going to go out and try to put those videos out first, and they're going to act like they were just going to do it anyways. Because it's happened like a million times, so... that's something that happens all the time, so you got to watch out for that. I feel like I can't even go in my Discord server and tag everyone and brainstorm content ideas, because all I'm doing is giving content ideas to other creators at that point, which is a wild thing, but it happens all the time. And it's kind of I don't know, I'm just getting kind of jaded on things like that, right? You know how many creators have come and gone in my time? You know how many creators come and sit in my chat on Twitch whenever they're new, and they hang out, they want to be part of the community, and then after like a month they're like, oh hey, actually I'm streaming now, and then you know what? Then you don't see them in your chat anymore. So what it tells you is they're hanging out in your chat so that they can get noticed by your community and become a part of them, and then hopefully they can win them over that way, and then those people will go watch them. And I ain't talking about nobody specific. I'm kind of lumping everybody in there, because this happens with most people, and I'm sure I'm not the only creator who's noticed that happen to them before, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna be brainstorming ideas for content. I'm gonna go back to doing the 6-star experiment on my channel, I guess, because I'm more prone to making like old gameplays than new gameplays. I can tell you, I have my numbers pulled up here, like I put out a Ray Phoenix video the minute he dropped, tanked, terrible views. What else did we do recently? I did more views on Ozzy Bark at the Moon on a second video than I did on my first Ray Phoenix video. My views on the new Aleister Black are kind of decent, but they were terrible when it started. I have more views on a Dominic Mysterio Judgment Day than I do on the new Rusev, right? And so people ask, like, how come you're not previewing new characters anymore? Because you don't watch it. Why would I spend my time? To make a preview on a new character, that's hours of work. Because you can't just go on and record it, right? If it's somebody that's old, like Judgment Day Dom, I already know how to play him. So it's easy for me to go on. I probably already have prior trainers that I can put on. I know how the plate setups go. For a new character, you have to, like, really get in there and study the moves. You have to play a lot of practice matches. You have to see who's optimal. You have to try different plates and do different things, do different builds, and it's going to take hours to do that. And then if I spend 3 hours making a preview on somebody and I get, let's see what one of these is, like 200 and some views, 300, 401 views for Ray Phoenix. Like, why would I do that when I can go back, take another look at EO Sky damage control and get 1,500 views on it? That's 3 times the amount of views, and I didn't have to put 3 hours of study time in to make it happen. And I don't know. I guess maybe 3 hours of study time is the way we're leaning in this game now. That's kind of what you got to do to play every match in Showdown and Feud. You have to study the whole loadout on the opponent. You have to come up with a counter for all their counters. You have to make sure you have more hype than them. And the only way to do that is to spend more money than them. You can't get lucky. You can't grind hype. You can do the daily hype tour. That's giving you pennies on the dollar to somebody who's buying hype pulls. And I know there's a cap on it, but I'm telling you, I've not missed my daily hype tour, and I've paid and got some extra hype, and I don't have anybody at hype 3 or 4. Well, I have a couple that I could have at 3, but they're random people that I pulled the 100 for in the pull. Nobody that I had 6-star gold, nobody that I would use. And I see tons of people on defense in Showdown with level 4 hype. So I know they're just spending way more money than I am. And so it's whatever. We'll catch up to them eventually. But yeah, I mean, my motivation for that is just kind of low right now. And I'm hoping to find a new niche in the game soon and get really inspired and make you quality content that you deserve. Thank you for everybody who does come back and watch every single video. I can tell you, my man Mule57 comments on every single video that I ever put out, and I noticed that. He comments on every single one, whether it's just an emoji or something. You know how far that goes with me and with my data to get engagement like that? It's crazy, man. So, yeah, we're pushing for 10K subscribers by the end of the year. I hope I can get there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, but that was my goal at the beginning of the year. We're just over 8,500, so I need 1,500 subs in the last 5 months of the year here. So we'll see what we can do. But thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll be back at you with some more videos soon.